Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today what I'm going to show you folks is a question I've gotten asked quite a few times, especially with architects. Expansion joints. Now, I did a video with expansion inner corners 2 months ago. Got a bunch of hits, people asking what's the best way to put them on the outside. And I explained it on email and I typed slow, so I thought I'd explain it visually and show you because this is a lot faster for me. First of all, we're working for a fella, Tom with Ironwood Construction. And Tom is a contractor engineer. He does seismic repairs, specializing in the Berkeley, Oakland area where houses are falling. He rebuilt the foundation, put like 20 tiers, rebar and all kinds of bars in back of this wall to shore it up. Now, I was here yesterday. We were lathing this, and Tom, of course, comes out and says, "Hey, Kirk, I want to put some expansion joints in." And I thought, you would. You architects are all alike. You always want expansion joints. He says, "Kirk, I'm an engineer." I thought, okay, same difference. But anyhow, I said, we don't need any expansion joints on this project because we have windows and doors. When I took my test and when I work union, we do a lot of expansion joints. Now, 25 years ago when I got my license, it was every 10 feet without a door or an opening, we would put in expansion joints for commercial. What Jay just took his license, what, 3 or 4 years ago. What is it?
It's every 10 by 10 that has no expansion or every 144 square feet.
Okay, well, that's 144 square feet. It's the same. Anyhow, I told him you don't need any, but being an engineer, he said, well, gee, can you put a few anyhow? So I thought, okay, how do you want them, Tom? That's my question. He says, what do you mean? You're the stucco guy. You know how to put them. I said, oh man, I know how to put them, and I'll put them every which way. I've taken 7/8 and put them directly on paper. Then we've taken the wire, we've cut the wire and tied it in. I've taken 1/2 inch like this and put them over the wire, which technically gives you the 7/8 anyhow. I said, how do you want them? Because I don't want to do this twice. And he says, well, you're the professional, you do it. Now, for you folks out there who might clicked on this and want to know how to do expansion joints, you can call the Lathing Plastering Institute. You can go to Google, and man, you can spend forever there. Or you can do what I did. I haven't put any on in a few years since I was doing a commercial project. I called Charlie. Charlie's at Close Building Materials, located in Hayward. I said, Charlie, you've been in business since 1967, like 40 years. You sell the stuff. What are your requirements? And Charlie is just a fountain of knowledge. He impressed the crap out of me. He didn't know who I was. I just said, I'm a stucco guy. What's the proper way, Charlie? And Charlie says, okay, what you want to do is you want to do your wire. Stretch out your wire. And then you want to go 1/2 inch. You want to place it directly on top. And I said, Charlie, I'm going to use a pneumatic staple gun. Is that okay? He says, Kirk, or he didn't call me Kirk because he didn't know who I was. He said, listen, they just did a bunch of tests in LA simulating earthquake damage. And it's proven that if you staple it, it lasts a lot longer. When they simulated earthquake damage, if you put this on, say we put this on and we use nails, the heads of the nails popped off. So he says, not only do you put it on the wire, but you use staples to attach it. And Charlie knows. He went on to explain commercial 40 years ago how they used to do it. If you're going over block or brick, 3/8 of an inch instead of half inch. Any information you guys need. And again, Charlie didn't know me from Adam, but he was willing to take his time out and tell me exactly how current codes are today and what he recommends. Charlie at Close Building Materials in Hayward. Anyway, I'm going to show you what we did. Over here, we already did an expansion joint. Now that's an old style window. Here we got a new modern window. And what I'll generally do, guys, is we put one at the top up there and we're just going to follow it down. I'm going to put one more on this. And what I'll generally do, guys, is hopefully I got some air left in my gun because I turn the compressor off because it happens to start each time I get ready to show this. Here's the easiest way, guys. You just lay the top on it and it should line itself out unless you threw it in the truck and they got all bent up. And I've done that where we've thrown it in the truck and you just throw all kinds of crap in it. All right, once you got it where the top is, put a couple staples. Put your level on it now and level it out. Most of the times they're accurate, but not all of the time. And by the way, guys, you can't cut this stuff, or you. Best way to cut, if you're doing a whole bunch of these, I would have brought my chop saw with a metal blade and just cut them because it does them clean. If you're trying to use these, good luck. I mean, I do it all the time, but I put my bad end, say like on the bottom here, I'm going to put my bad end because they're going to build a deck here. So the bad end won't matter. Anyhow, if you staple it off, guys, look at it, make sure it's true plumb and level. And these are called expansions or control joints. Are they necessary? No, not on this particular house. We're doing it for because old Tom wants them, and we do what we're told usually. Anyhow, guys, I'm sure I might have missed a few things about expansion joints, but oh, here's another thing. This has tape over it, so when we mud it, the mud won't go in here. But if it didn't have tape, like in the old days, we just take a trowel and scrape it right out. So after we do our 2 coats, or even a color, then we just pull the tape off right here, just peel it right off. And again, they're expansions or control joints. You can call it either way. They control the movement of the house. Anyhow, guys, my name is Kirk. I'm with Kirk Giordano Plastering. I thank you for watching. If you like what we do, hit subscribe, please. As usual, Jay and I thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.